Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Shahbaz Gill to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Shahbaz Gill's words. First of all, count on 74 days. Yes, 74 days remain until Field Marshal Syed Asim Munir's second retirement and the arrival of a new army chief in the country. Many of you might be wondering what this count-on thing is that I have started. Do you think with this countdown Field Marshal Asim Munir will leave somewhere? You think he won't? And that I am wasting your and my time on this countdown? Give it a few more days and you will understand why I started this countdown. Anyway, first of all, let me return to the point that these remaining days will not pass peacefully, neither for you nor for us, and most of all, not for Field Marshal Asim Munir or this regime. Let me share some news. The current so-called Form 47 Prime Minister has almost been held hostage by Pakistan's army chief. Yes, almost kidnapped. Some work remains on this news, so I will present it to you as the first story in the next vlog. For now, the news I'm about to share is just as big. My dear favourite Major General, retired Hafeez Rahman, despite his spiritual appearance, he lies shamelessly and is not even embarrassed. He was caught lying in Justice Baba Sattar's court. I keep telling you again and again that he lied repeatedly, gave a false affidavit, lied under oath, and was never ashamed. After that, he committed many other acts yet remained unashamed, but today there is very interesting news about him. Justice Baba Sattar finally removed Major General, retired, Hafeez Rahman from his position. He was dismissed from the position of chairman of PTA, the Pakistan Telecommunication Authority. It was declared that his appointment was illegal, unlawful, and a fraud. Yes, you heard it right. This decision is 99 pages long, detailing all the reasons Justice Baba Sattar wrote extensively about how his appointment was fake from day one, based on lies, violating merit, a kind of fraud. That's why when he was made member administration, everything was wrong, the process was wrong, it didn't follow merit, there was no transparency, no integrity left. The judgment stated that if the member administration is wrong, then how can he become chairman? Because to be chairman, you first need to be a proper member. Obviously, if the member was fake, the chairman cannot be legitimate either, so he was removed from the chairman post. There are many details in the 99-page judgment, but I'll mention a couple of things here. First, the Law 24A, cited in this judgment, was not made by Justice Baba Sattar. It was enacted by the British rulers back in 1797, the same British who were masters of both our Hafeez and Chaudhry Nizamuddin. This Law 24A states that government decisions must be just, fair and reasonable. Using this law's scale, the court said Hafeez's appointment was neither fair, nor just, nor reasonable. So, the court declared Hafeez's appointment unreasonable. But Hafeez will not be embarrassed or move from his place. With his same spiritual face, he will firmly sit there. You can also understand that for the country's greater interest, if Hafeez and officers like Munir, who are sitting in Nadra, and such fine young men get removed, then how will the country run? Remember, these are retired officers. Similarly, a termination court removed Lieutenant General Munir officer. Just to note, he was serving as a Lieutenant General when appointed Chairman Nadra, violating merit and fairness. Pakistan's senior men couldn't even challenge this. These days, it is Pakistani women who have raised their voices, whether Yasmin Rashid, Bushra Imran Khan, Khateja Shah or other sisters like Aliyah Hamza. The courage with which they have criticized Chaudhry Nizamuddin is something men could never do. Interestingly, Chaudhry Nizamuddin himself has done the greatest injustice to Pakistani women. He knows Pakistani women are braver and stronger than men, intellectually, mentally, and they stand tall and challenge injustice. For instance, Absha Kamran, a daughter of this country, challenged Lieutenant General Munir officer's appointment in Lahore High Court. A brave judge there declared his appointment fake and against merit and removed him from his position. Qazi Lunt, a judge, later reinstated him on the orders of the new judiciary, and he is still active. Journalists have asked him about his appointment based on fraud, and he replied that he has no idea who made the appointment and deflected the question. Regarding the phone call records case, it was revealed in Justice Baba Sattar's court that Hafeez submitted a fake affidavit denying knowledge or permission for call recordings. However, telecom companies proved him a liar, saying they record calls of 3.6 million people with his permission. Amnesty International recently released a report stating the capacity has gone up to 4 million calls recorded simultaneously. Mohammed Hanif, a renowned Pakistani journalist, said citizens complain that the government doesn't listen to their demands. But now, Amnesty International has shown that the government listens to 40 million Pakistanis simultaneously. So the removal of Hafeez was based on the 24A law that all government decisions must be just, fair and reasonable. However, Hafeez has filed an appeal, which Justice Doga will hear. Justice Babar Sattar is no longer on the bench. Justice Doga, with another judge like Justice Minas, or perhaps another hand-picked judge, will likely suspend the decision for now, allowing Hafeez to continue in his post without shame or merit consideration. Similarly, other fake appointments will continue, but no one else should be allowed to remain in their posts. Next news, Islamabad High Court Justice Jahangiri has suddenly been stopped from working by Justice Doga's bench. Justice Jahangiri's degree was challenged as fake after he issued strict orders on the February 8th elections, in which PTI won all 3 Islamabad seats. Prominent lawyers who are PTI supporters won their seats and challenged Form 47 decisions. Justice Jahangiri, head of the tribunal, issued tough orders. He said any presiding officer submitting a fake form will be held in contempt, and ordered all presiding officers to bring their forms 45 and 47 to court to clarify matters. He also ordered that the 3 candidates from PMLN, who won fraudulently, bring their forms 45. Those who failed to do so will face contempt as well. So the entire election's integrity was being questioned. Justice Jahangiri stood firm, but when a judge stands firm, the nation leaves him alone. People admire courage, but rarely stand behind the courageous. We love watching Sultan Rahi's films, where Sultan Rahi holds a charpoy leg, a wooden bed leg, to defend himself against gunfire, killing 500 men with it. That's the kind of bravery people want. But when someone really stands up, everyone else disappears. Justice Jahangiri stood strong after the February 8th elections, but no lawyers stood fully behind him, not even PTI supporters. I'm not singling anyone out, just stating facts. Now, while Imran Khan is imprisoned, the whole nation stands firm, asking when he will be released. They want inside information, but Khan will only be released when the nation collectively decides, like in Nepal, Bangladesh or Indonesia, with hundreds of thousands deciding. Then Khan will be free in half an hour, and Asim Munir will salute him sincerely. Hafeez and others will be running around confused. Imran Khan will not be rescued by any lawyer. Some lawyers tried to petition against him, claiming that the degree of Justice Jahangiri was fake, and petitions were filed by Mian Dawood and others. So keep in mind that Justice Jahangiri wasn't a Supreme Court judge from day one. He started out as a lawyer, then became Deputy Prosecutor, Deputy Attorney General, Advocate General, and eventually a judge of the Islamabad High Court. His degree was legitimate until, the last case when his appointment was suddenly challenged as fake. And now, well, a case is ongoing. Someone has decided he will no longer remain a judge. Now, the case that was there, its hearing took place. Mian Dawood had filed this case. Justice Doga heard it. There were some objections from the office side as well. The other side's lawyer was also on leave. Mian Dawood also asked for an adjournment. The petition was about that. They say from the plaintiff's side, the witness also came. This was the matter where the plaintiff also said to give an adjournment and set the next hearing. But Justice Doga did not give the next hearing and did not even listen to the office objections. Rather, he directly stopped Justice Jahangiri from performing judicial duties. Now, Justice Jahangiri had filed a case against Justice Doga in the Supreme Court. They had already filed an appeal against him and are plaintiffs in the Supreme Court. So, since they are plaintiffs, obviously there is a conflict of interest here. Justice Doga should not have heard this case. Not only did he hear it, but he also imposed a ban on him. Just yesterday, the decision was announced that Iman Hazir Mazari had filed a harassment case against Justice Doga. The Harassment Action Committee, which was under Justice Saman Farhat Imtiaz, took action on it. Justice Doga removed Justice Saman from the committee and replaced her with Justice Minhas. Today, Justice Jahangiri has been stopped from working. The Bar Council members are protesting against this decision. They are obviously criticizing it and going on strike. The bar is fully operational in protest. This is not something dead or finished. No court has been closed. Justice Jahangiri is a brave son of a brave mother. Remember, this is the same judge who, when all this happened, the ISI tried to blackmail him and stop him. When they didn't stop him, cameras were installed inside his house. While changing the bulb, it was discovered that the bulb actually had a camera inside it. Further checks by IB revealed that cameras were installed in bathrooms and bedrooms of his house. His relatives were picked up and tortured, but this brave man stood firm. And behind brave people stand brave nations. We have to decide whether brave heroes are born in our country and whether the nation stands behind them. Standing behind someone doesn't mean going to the square with a stick and beating someone. Standing means remembering someone's bravery. We want new films and new music every day. Similarly, we want new heroes every day. We don't care about the old hero. The question is, will we stand behind them or not? We don't remember this long story. A lot of injustice was done to Justice Tariq Mahmood Jahangiri, but he stood firm. You all know how this entire case was based on conspiracy. There was no truth in it. Next news. The cabinet and ministers of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa were kept outside Adiala jail for 7 hours and were not allowed to meet Imran Khan. In response, Ali Amin Gandapur said in a speech that if he is stopped again, he will name the colonel inside who is stopping him. Okay, I will request Gandapur not to mention that hit with the stick thing again. He has been stopped so many times, so if you want, name the colonel who is stopping you. If you don't want to name him, then the colonel knows that, and he will continue stopping you. This is the 5th, 6th or 7th time you've been stopped. The first time, you weren't stopped. Now you should kindly come to Adiala every time. It's not that you came once and won't come again for 2 months. Whenever you get a chance to meet Imran Khan, come yourself. Bring the whole assembly, the entire cabinet, hold a cabinet meeting outside there and conduct it. Whenever you are stopped, kindly name the colonel. Otherwise, just message me the colonel's name and picture. I will show it live, or we will talk about it. The colonel should get publicity too, since he is working so hard. If you know in the broader interest of the nation, you should name him. They should not be given any more leeway. This is my request to Gandapur. Next, about Imran Khan. People used to say he won't serve jail time. Well, he has been in jail for 1.5 years now. Unlike other leaders, he did not use illness as an excuse and did not even go to the hospital for 1 day. These things are, increasing his popularity. Majah Badar is a prominent journalist. He said this on television. Someone responded. Muhammad Malik explained that some said those contesting elections should worry about popularity. Chaudhry Nizam Din said that our generals, Asim Munir and his colleagues, are not worried about popularity. On this, Munir spoke shamelessly because he had said this himself. So someone should ask Munir, if popularity is truly not important, then why do these petty shopkeepers, no disrespect intended, they are respected like us, go to Asim Munir's house and celebrate with cakes? With 400 people, they took pictures one by one. There were about 350 to 400 people. I am a small man, sorry, but I have protested several times across Europe in different places in the last 6 years and never had time to take pictures so extensively. See Field Marshal's depression? They say they don't care about popularity, but when people post pictures with them, it's not out of respect, but to speak ill. These 400 people will post pictures on Facebook and get some positive publicity. That's why Field Marshal lines up to take pictures with everyone, but still claims he doesn't care about popularity. Popularity is indeed needed. You blinded the eyes of the people for 72 years, carried out all actions and still had popularity. Khan worked and gained popularity, and for the first time, you treated the public like this. Now the public is asking questions back. The generals sitting at the top, our institution, the army, no one can touch. But the generals at the top are now being questioned by the people. They can no longer retain popularity or respect with these dubious decisions. They must change their decisions. Last news, and I'll just briefly mention this, Iman Hazir Mazari filed a harassment complaint against Chief Justice Dogar, who was then Form 47 Chief Justice. The committee head was Justice Saman. Dogar changed the committee head. He replaced her. Now, a reference has been filed against Iman Hazir Mazari to cancel her licence. It is said that the Bar Council, which can cancel licences, has been told that she incites rebellion against state institutions. She supports movements against the country, including the Taliban, Baloch Liberation Army, and the movement of Manzoor Pashtun. Because of these alleged connections, she uses her advocacy as a shield and defames lawyers. She is a black sheep, and her licence should be immediately suspended and permanently cancelled after inquiry. Advocate Adnan Iqbal filed this application. Remember, this is the same Advocate Adnan Iqbal who filed a petition during the vote of no confidence in the Islamabad High Court. Justice Atar Minala had opened the court late at night and said Imran Khan was trying to sack General Bajwa, and a great injustice would happen in the country. He ordered the court to open and ensure the vote of no confidence was carried out at all costs. If General Bajwa was sacked, then the Prime Minister should keep this decision at all costs. Remember, this was the same Advocate Adnan Iqbal. God bless him. He has been active in similar fights before and continues to be so. That wraps up our translation of Shahbaz Gill's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.